Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about the Fasiqeen. Brother Munib on the Quran Study channel did make a video about the destruction of the people of Pharaoh, Ad, and Thamud in Surah 51 verse 40. So we took him and his troops, we cast them to the sea, and he was to blame. And also Ad, we sent upon them barren wind. Anything that it came upon was utterly destroyed. And also Thamud, for it was said to them, enjoy for a while, but they rebelled against their Lord, and the lightning struck them while they were looking. And the people of Noah before, they were Fasiqeen. So we have to understand what is the Fasiqeen, because we could see here that these were people who were destroyed. Why? Because they were Fasiqeen. So we reach a conclusion that we must study the people of Noah. So from 51:46 we see that we understand that the Fasiq are the ones who get punished by Allah. How does the Quran define Fasiq itself? With 51:46 we're gonna see 17, 16, 259, 649, 29, 34, etc. and more associates Fasiq with committing crimes that are punishable to hell and this world. So they're basically criminals. And from the story of Noah, as I mentioned earlier, as I said, we must study the story of Noah, we reach these conclusions. Number one, following your forefathers blindly, but the leaders who rejected from among his people said, what is this but a human being like you? He wants to make himself better than you. And if it was indeed the will of Allah, he would have he would have sent down angels. We did not hear such a thing from fathers of old. Now, this applies to people who are not scientists, but Scientologists, like people who use science as a political means to prove their points, not actual facts. Wait a second, let me drink water. Yeah, excuse me. Following your ancestors, following those around you blindly, the groupthink mentality, that is something that is very anti-Quranic, and this is what the Fasiqeen are. This is in Surah 23, verse 24. Then, the next reason, rejecting the warnings and evidence which are shown, claiming to bring God's ability right now to be demonstrated directly, arrogance when Allah's signs are shown. In Surah Hud, verse 28, he said, O my people, have you considered if I should be upon clear evidence from my Lord, he has given mercy from himself, but it has been made unapparent to you. Should we force it upon you while you are averse to it? These people show ingratitude when it comes to warnings and evidence of Allah, and they demonstrate arrogance. That is what the Fasiqeen are. Now, we go to the next. Number 3, those who excommunicate, damn, curse the one who invited to the truth. If you invite somebody to the message of Allah and the truth through his signs in nature and signs through the Quran, you will be excommunicated. Those people are among the Fasiqeen. 71:5-7. He said, Surah Nuh, he said, my Lord, I have called on my people day and night, but calling only drove them away. And every time I call on them so that you may forgive them, they put their fingers in their ears and they covered their heads with their outer garments, and they insisted. They became greatly arrogant. Then, associating material wealth with superiority. For example, Andrew Tate. Noah said, my Lord, they have disobeyed me and followed those whose money and children at the time, children meant status, and children only increased them in loss. Then next, they don't abandon the people whose authorities and commandments contradict against Allah's, and keep telling one another, do not abandon your gods and forsake not Wad or Swa, Yahud, Yao, I can't pronounce Arabic, sorry, Nasr. So if you follow people like this, if you follow idols, if you follow influencers, if you follow institutions and you don't want to abandon it, if you don't want to abandon it, then you are among the Fasiqeen. The ones who have done kufr, those who reject evidence, conceal the truth, do not do shukr, which means making others grateful. Instead, do the opposite of that and ruin society and people. We'll get into what kufr means eventually. We carried him on a craft made of slabs and mortar. It ran under our watchful eyes, a reward for one who committed kufr. 54:13-14. Then, last but definitely not least, arrogant to believe that they can help themselves without God and His guidance. In Surah Hud, verse 43, he said, I will take refuge on a mountain. Nuh's son, his son, said, I will take refuge on a mountain to protect me from the water. Nuh said, there is no protector today from the decree of Allah, except for whom He gives mercy. And the waves came between them, and he was among the drowned. So you see, the Fasiq will not have a safe return. They will be destroyed. And when we look at the Fasiqeen's root word in Lane's lexicon and Hanzor, we can get a root word that's like this: wicked people who waste in resources, create division amongst one another, corrupting others and society, and who do all of these things. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm very grateful. May Allah reward you all. Salam.